Hi everyone, Auntie Lexi here. So, Square Enix actually sent me a media kit talking about this brand new stage of adventure, as they call it, in Dragon Quest II. I've never done something like this before on the channel, or if I have, I don't remember. I'll just be honest. So I wanted to kind of give a little bit of a highlight to this brand new uncharted ocean world that's being added to Dragon Quest II. And what's really crazy about this is that it seems to be tied to when you get your ship. Because not only will you be able to travel by ship, but you'll also be able to go underwater as well. And you'll be able to meet the game's merfolk, who are living quietly under the ocean surface. By the way, I was just reading from a caption that they sent me, but it's still really interesting. There's a complete town and dangerous dungeons that can be found here. And as well as this really cool story about a pair of mermaids that you happen upon after a certain incident. And Square Enix made it clear, by the way, that this brings various developments to the story itself. In other words, there are natural attachments to the story that happen in this world. I know that one of the biggest concerns that people have about this game is that it's adding a lot of other quote-unquote filler stuff. But I feel personally that it's only filler if it's not adding any value to the game, and quite honestly, new content is value to me. I will never complain about new content being added to a beloved game, let's be real. I mean, when new content got added in Final Fantasy War of the Lions, nobody complained. So this kind of content is actually adding a lot of really substantial stuff, and in my opinion, not just for Dragon Quest II, but also future Dragon Quest titles. Now, I know I haven't talked about this at all, but I have this sneaking suspicion that a lot of this stuff is building towards the future of Dragon Quest remakes in general. In fact, Yuji Ori was quoted in saying that they have a lot of Dragon Quest remakes coming, and it just so happened that 7 got done quicker than the rest of them. And with that in mind, all of this stuff is just building upon something that people are probably familiar with already, and they're just not thinking about it. In other words, what I'm trying to say here is that this new underwater area is hinting at the future of the franchise, especially if you're a fan of it, which also implies that while the creation of the Dragon Quest Erdrick trilogy is meant to connect all three games seamlessly in a more narrative and lore level, it's also, and again, this is my suspicion, trying to connect all of the Dragon Quests together. I want you to think about that for a second while we go through the rest of this. Because you're meeting mermaids, obviously there's going to be a town that's under threat by monsters, because why the heck not? There's also going to be brilliantly designed dungeons around sunken ships and places that kind of look like hideouts for the villains. You'll be able to explore every corner of this world, and it's meant to be this addition to a game that, again, I feel like it's definitely hinting at something more, something beyond the Erdrick trilogy. You'll be able to face Mariella, one of Hargon's champions as well. And look at this design. I mean, she looks so cool and so threatening. And there's also going to be even more secrets that they haven't even revealed here. Overall, like I said, I'm really excited for this kind of content because I feel like Dragon Quest fans have been kind of thirsting for more Dragon Quest, and I mean the mainline stuff. And yes, we did get a lot of Dragon Quest side games over the past several years since Dragon Quest XI, but really, truly, this HD-2D remake has been giving and giving a lot. For me, who hasn't played the games since the NES, this is an absolute heaven sent. And in case you haven't heard, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD-2D Remake, which of course we're talking about now, is coming out on October 30th for Nintendo Switch platforms, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Now, I want to hear what you think. What do you think of this addition? And what do you think about this idea that I presented that this underwater section is not just to pose filler for Dragon Quest II HD 2D Remake, but also hinting at the possible future of the Dragon Quest series? They're doing this for a very good reason. How about let's phrase it that way? Anyways, post your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. And if you like this style of commentary, and of course, you want to continue hearing things like this, the more raw stuff behind the scenes, please let me know in the comments below. And also, don't miss any future JRPG content from me by subscribing to this channel. I love JRPGs, they will always be my forever love, but I want to cover other RPGs as well, but we will always love and cover JRPGs forever and ever. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.